Hello, hello, hello. We're going to check out what's in the box, the Codex of Power, the Barbarian offensive legendary aspects for Diablo 4. Let's dig in and see what we got. Up first, we have Ancestral Echoes, the offensive legendary aspect for the Barbarian in Diablo 4. Damaging enemies with a leap, upheaval, or whirlwind attack has up to 40% chance to summon an ancient to assist you to perform the exact same skill you just did damage with. This can only happen once every 5 seconds. So when you see the term lucky hit, what that means is there's a chance, like a proc in World of Warcraft, or chance on hitting with leap, upheaval, or whirlwind. In this case, up to 40% of the time when you hit with that, you're going to summon a friend of yours to come on out and show them what's up. This can only happen once every 5 seconds, and it's important to remember that offensive legendary aspects can only be applied to gloves, one-handed weapons, or two-handed weapons, and then rings and amulets at 50% effectiveness. Next is Ancestral Force, the offensive aspect. So Hammer of the Ancient skill quakes outwards, dealing 32% of its damage to enemies. So now it's not just a single target, like boom, hit one target and one target. It sounds like this might be a cone attack or an AoE application to the skill Hammer of the Ancients. Up next is Berserk Ripping, the offensive legendary aspect. Says whenever you deal direct damage while berserking, inflict 22% of the base damage you've dealt as additional bleed damage over 5 seconds. So typical, make a love connection, hit something nice, and then walk away. You're going to deal additional damage over 5 seconds or whatever duration they change as bleed damage. So hit, and then they rot. BRAWLER'S offensive aspect. Enemies damaged by kick or charge will explode if they are killed within the next 2 seconds, dealing damage to nearby enemies. So not only do you get to kick somebody and make him explode, all of his demonic friends or undead pals get to watch. I might just use this because it's funny, but the first rule of Brawler's Club is we don't talk about it. Death Wish. Offensive legendary aspect. Gain thorns while berserking. Really? Quickening Pulse. Now here's something we can build around. Lucky Strike. Up to 40% chance to reduce the cooldowns of your non-ultimate skills by 1.5 seconds when you inflict bleeding on elites. So if you've got a bleed build on a Barbarian in Diablo 4, the Lucky Strike here will reduce the cooldown of your more meaningful abilities on that barb while you're using this legendary aspect. Kind of like that. The Dire Whirlwind, offensive legendary aspect. Whirlwind's critical strike chance is increased by 5% for each second it's channeled, up to 20%. So you start off low, and you spin to win, baby, all the way up to 20% in this case. The Prickling, offensive legendary aspect. Damaging an enemy with a core skill has up to 10% chance to grant thorns damage, some amount of thorns damage, for 5 seconds. So you can stack this and do, if you stack this legendary aspect on many parts of your gear, your character is now basically a walking cactus. Fantastic. The Veteran Brawler. Each time a core skill deals direct damage to an enemy, your next charge or leap deals 15% increased damage up to 225%. Okay. This guy's seen some shit. Sounds good. And finally, for the offensive legendary aspects for the Barb, we have Wind Striker, which says after swapping weapons 6 times, gain 20% increased attack speed for 4 seconds. What's interesting about this is there's also a defensive legendary aspect called Tempering Blows, which gave you Fortify if you swapped weapons as well. So it seems to be there's a barb build here already where swapping weapons is important. You could front load a situation. So what I mean to say is you swap a bunch of weapons, suddenly you got a bunch of increased attack speed, you got Fortify, and you're a formidable opponent. For example, let's say you're walking into an open world PvP area, right? And before you even step foot into that situation, you've got, you're swapping weapons like crazy, right? Everything's good, and boom, you got Fortify. You got increased attack speed, and nobody even knows what's up, and here you show up. Mac Truck. Go time. Interesting. And so there you go. All 10 offensive legendary aspects for the Barbarian in Diablo 4 so far as of the making of this video. Any of those look interesting to you? I like the Bleed Barb. That sounds really nice. Hit it, walk away, and still do something impactful for the character. Love that. Always like doing damage on targets when I don't have to be on target. Just my opinion, though. What do you guys think? Feel free to let me know, and I'll catch you on the next video. Should be resources. The resource aspects for Barbarians in Diablo 4. See you soon.